Sir, you already know what it is. Great Man of God Media TV back with another reaction video. This time, Pop the Balloon or Find Love Season 2 reunion. There's certain sections I want to react to, and this is one of them. The one with Brian, the infamous Brian, who women don't like his approach for accountability. Again, like I said, they want to be approached with soft gloves and want to be coddled and, you know, things of that nature. But let's get it going with his segment. And here we go.
All right, perfect. So our next gentleman was definitely talked about a lot, all over. You know, there's clips of you on TikTok, Instagram, even Facebook. I don't even go on Facebook, but I've seen it on Facebook. So, Brian, you already know we're talking about you.
Right.
Let's go ahead and take a look at your journey on Pop the Balloon.
How many kids you got?
I got 3.
You got 3?
Yep.
How many baby daddies?
I have 3.
You got 3 baby daddies.
Yes.
Okay. How many kids you have?
I have 2.
How many baby daddies?
2.
2? Okay. So you didn't think after the first one that you wanted to marry the next one?
No.
No? How many kids
And your
you
preference?
have?
I have 3.
You have 3?
25,
What's she
18,
laughing at?
12.
Okay. How many baby daddies?
2.
2. Okay. So there's no disrespect towards that, right? But I just want you to understand, when it comes to a man of top tier, right?
Look at her face right here. She ready to go at it. Good luck with homeboy who matched with her, bro. She look like she got an attitude with her. She's
We give you a
Good
few
luck.
from one man. That's it. If you have multiple from a different man, that disqualifies yourself.
So disqualified
look at her face, bruh. Goodness gracious.
as a top tier woman. from getting a top
That's
tier
exactly
man.
right. Why? Because there's billions of women on this planet.
All right, Brian. So you came out episode 15. I was like, Brian, what are some of your deal breakers? You said you don't have not one, not any. But as we saw, as you went down the line, you did have a deal breaker, and that was women that have multiple baby daddies.
Right?
So, you know, what do you, is that something you came out knowing, or?
Of course I came out knowing, but for that right person, I will compromise for that, right? And I think every man will compromise for that if they come in with multiple kids for multiple different men, right? Okay. We gotta like them like that. That was my deal breaker, but like I said on the show, then I would extend grace for somebody that I'm feeling like that. So that's what that was.
Okay. So then, why is that something you didn't say like up front when I was like, oh, what's your
Right,
deal breaker?
exactly.
Because after listening to the women, I don't know which one I was gonna like. You know, I didn't, as far as their responses, who I was gonna attract or, you know, pull energy from. So I didn't really know who I was gonna feel until I heard what they had to say. So that's that grace part right there, right? So even if they had multiple different kids from multiple different men, if I still like them like that, I would accept that, like real men do.
Okay. Okay. So you're kind of saying like you didn't want to say that just in case one of them popped on you?
All of them would have popped if I said that.
He was testing the waters.
Yeah.
But he was giving nobody grace. Why are you saying
Well,
grace?
I mean,
you were giving no grace.
even
You
though that
weren't sure.
we talked, me and this guy earlier, we was joking around. He said nothing wrong. Like, it devalues the woman when you go through multiple men and have multiple baby daddies. We don't want to deal with that. If you got 3 kids and 3 baby daddies, it's like, damn, your decision-making skills are horrible.
Y'all forget
Okay.
that y'all are the ones who
And
playing
then,
right there.
and then y'all forget.
You heard what she said, right? Y'all forget y'all the ones that plant the seeds, but you the one that opens your legs too. So it takes 2 to tangle, lady. It takes 2 to tangle. But let's not get it twisted. You are the one that actually allows sex. The woman is the one that allows sex. Okay? Not the man. It's the woman that allows the man to enter your body. So again, accountability is like kryptonite. You know, it is what it is.
That I'm 41 years old. I got a 25-year-old child. So you're basing your perception of me from 25 years ago.
Come on.
I'm not that person I'm not that kid that I was 25 years ago.
Speak on
and
it.
I'm not that young adult that I was 25 years ago. I've grown from that. I've healed from that. I now make better choices, better decisions.
Right.
And I live more of a healthy love life, you know,
Right.
than I did then. So you're going to tell me, oh, well, you got this many kids, I can't date you.
No,
oh,
it's not.
but that happened 25 years
It's
ago.
not the number of
At what
kids.
point are you going to give grace? Like,
Again, I talked about circumstance, always to a point that you have to look at your circumstances in the past, present, or future. There's always a time to revisit your circumstance. Her circumstance, yes, it was 25 years ago. I was different. I was young. Yeah, okay. I've heard that story many a times. I've dated a girl who got pregnant young, had a grown child. The baby daddy was murdered, then had another child with somebody else. That is a different circumstance. But each circumstance, everybody has a different circumstance, right? And it's to a point where you can reflect and say, okay, based off that circumstance, is there something I could have done differently? Right? And I'm sure there is. You got to be capping if you think there is no way that you look at a circumstance and say, oh, okay, I'm not going to do nothing about that. So.
At how long are you going to, I don't want to use the word punish, for lack of better words, a woman for her past?
It's
like
not
Brian came out and said, I don't judge a woman from their past.
And then
We all
judged.
make mistakes. And then he basically just flat out judged.
That's the gentleman's preference. We're not judging you for how many kids. It's
Yeah.
how many baby fathers you got. If you
Okay.
get with a guy, and I'm 40 years old per
Yeah.
se, and I have 8 kids by 6 different women,
Yeah.
that says something.
And then everybody's situation is different.
That
like
part.
4
we all
kids
have
and
different
4 baby
circles.
daddies?
But that's not
3
what
kids
it
and 3
was.
baby
I have
daddies?
my children. I have by 2 different men, and I was in a 12-year relationship that was abusive. I escaped that by God's grace. I give thanks every day. And so when I moved on to the next relationship, I'm just looking for something better than what I had. And just because it was better doesn't mean it was for me. So when I realized this isn't for me, should I marry this man just because society is going to look at me like I'm a failure as a mother or as a woman? Or no, should I keep going and look for what is really for me? I'm not going to
having
say
kids
that
by
I've
this
made
man?
all the best decisions as a young adult. I never said I made the best decisions.
And that's
but-
what we're referring to, the
Yeah.
decision-making skills.
Yeah.
the
But that's now, that's in the past.
the past.
So you're not gonna meet a woman and she tell you she stole a candy bar at 14 years old. Oh no, I can't do that. I don't do thieves.
She's always
she,
a thief.
Yeah, she was a kid. She made a mistake. She ate that, and the candy bar is gone. So in my situation, I feel like I ate that. I ate that relationship that I went through. I ate being a young teenage parent. I ate it. Like the young kids say, you ate. I feel like I ate. I've grown from that. I'm not that person that I was.
The relationship
so why?
is awesome, but the key, you're bearing the man's children.
All right. So, Janae, when you were having, your conversation with Brian during that segment, what was going through your mind when he's asking you all these questions like, okay, how many baby daddies, how many kids? What was your thought process? Like, if you want to walk us through that.
I'm true to my core. I'm not ashamed of my past. I'm not ashamed of my 3 kids. And if I wouldn't have the 3 baby daddies, I wouldn't have my 3 amazing kids. I don't allow him and his judgment to define me as a woman or where I stand on today. It's his preference. He deserves a queen of whatever that looks like for Brian. But for me, you have to accept me as a whole with a 4 unit. So it's either, are you even equipped to hold down this fort? You can't.
No. And many men are, listen, men who are on the caliber of a Brian, who, like him, he has a grown child. So you could basically say he's childless, even though his child is grown. His child is pretty much out the house and an adult, a young adult. They're looking to start their own family. They're not looking to be a stepdaddy, right? So you're more inclined to find a guy like myself, but even myself, honestly, man, I'm not looking for a woman that has multiple kids by multiple baby daddies. Like, that's just not my preference. I have a lot of kids, right? And to start a Brady Bunch family, a blended family, that's a lot, that's a lot. But my point is that you're more inclined to find somebody like myself who has a lot of children than a man who doesn't have any children, right? That more than likely wants to start their family. And so, again, that's more than likely what you're going to do. Most men around Brian's age or my age, 40 and up, who don't have children or have adult children, more than likely want to start their own family. And they are, they can be the upper echelon, top tier, men. So.
Can't judge me. I didn't take anything personally. I talked to Brian afterwards. I said, I don't take anything personal. I'm not mad at you. It is what it is.
It's a
my
preference.
person is my person. You know what I'm saying? But like, people don't know how to live in reality. They want to live into society, and it's fake to me. I'm not with it.
Okay. And then Shayna, you wanted to say
So
something?
one thing I do want to say, which I said to you earlier, we all have our preference, which is fine. You might like them tall, you might like them short, you might like them with the kids. But I think it was just your delivery that really was kind of tough to watch. So that's all I had to share. And we kind of chatted about it before. Everyone's entitled to what they like, but it's just the way you were speaking to the ladies, which was kind of harsh.
So speaking.
No, they said the same. They say the same exact shit about Kevin Samuels. They never liked his delivery. It was too abrasive, too aggressive. The women did not like his delivery. They said the same exact thing about Kevin Samuels, right? And looking now he passed. Everything that he said has come to fruition. As a matter of fact, it's coming to light to every modern woman today. They're doing the same exact thing that Kevin Samuels has already mentioned when he was alive, right? So.
Speaking on that, Brian, do you feel like you could have delivered your message in a different way?
I think I wanted to deliver it the way I did, right?
Exactly. Stand on business. Stand on business.
If I'm coming on some softness, you're not gonna really grasp what I'm telling you.
Facts.
Right? And the thing about accountability is you want me to deliver it the way you want to hear it. Nah, the truth hurts. The truth hurts. You got to be able to embrace that. We as men, we embrace accountability. And women have to do the same exact thing and not get angry
accountability. I'm not
and
angry.
feel like men are.
She's catty. I like to look at this stuff like, like looking at relationships and understanding human behavior and psychology. I'm fascinated by it. So I like to look at everybody's demeanor and temperaments. And she's catty. She's catty. Good luck to the guy who matched with her. But she is catty and likes to rebut and, especially a topic that triggers her, which this topic triggered her, which is accountability. And I commend her. I did watch the earlier segment with her. She, basically said, well, based off how I responded to why am I single, I should have answered it a different way. Duh, yeah, but I'm glad you evolved from that. I'm kudos, but she still has a lot of learning and growth to do, based off her responses. Like Mike and Kay, their demeanor is upper echelon. They got much props and kudos to them. They handle themselves very, very well. They're a unit, and they have great high vibrational energy. Amongst everybody in the room, they have the highest level of energy, or chemistry, I should say. I don't like using that term. I got to train my brain not to use energy. Chemistry. They have the highest level of chemistry amongst everybody in the room, even though they're both of these couples. These are new couples too. These two right here, which I don't even know if they're really a couple or not. I don't see the romantic chemistry between these two, but Mike and Kay for sure. Right, but they handle themselves, their demeanor, they handle themselves very well. Again, she cattles too much.
Aggressive
I'm not
and
being
feel like men are aggressive.
She's still talking.
when they're delivering what they're trying to say. Like, no, I wasn't disrespectful on the show, right? And maybe I could have delivered it a little bit softer. But
And
that's
then
not
James,
the route
No,
that I chose.
don't.
Say
Yeah,
something.
don't.
The way
Don't
you
put
Hold
it
been
on,
out
one
there.
second. James is going to go.
Don't put
I
it out
wanted
there.
to say something about that. I understand both sides. You know what I mean? Like, for me, I don't care if a female has a starting lineup. You know what I mean? Like, I've dated girls that have multiple kids, and I think that men think one of two ways. One is like, okay, you made horrible decisions. And then the other downfall could be, these are extra mouths to feed or bills, And for me, I love kids. You know, like I'm a kids person,
What's up
so
with that face?
I don't mind.
What's wrong with your
dating a
goddamn
woman.
face, girl?
These are extra mouths to feed or bills. You know.
What is she doing? What is that? I gotta move myself out the way so y'all can see. What is that, bro? Like, what is she doing? Like, what the hell is she doing, man? That's just, I don't get it. She's another catty woman with running her mouth. I don't like that.
And for me, I love kids. You know, like I'm a kids person, so I don't mind dating a woman that has kids. So that's all I wanted to say is like.
Can I say something?
That wasn't a topic. Stay on topic, James. James with the pies, whatever you call yourself. The man, Brian, is talking about women with multiple kids by multiple men, not just having multiple kids, but having different baby daddies. That is the topic of conversation. You never mentioned that. You just talked about, oh, I don't care if they got a starting lineup. 5 kids, 5 different baby daddies. That is egregious. Okay? You never mentioned that, though.
Brian, I don't think your delivery was 100% wrong, but there is a difference between you as a type of man and there's another type of man. There's 2 different types of men. It's your preference, and it's a man that knows that he comes into this world to be a leader, protector, provider, who also knows that you're going to take care of a family as a whole. It doesn't matter if they're your kids or it takes a village to raise these kids. I didn't take any judgment, but if you prefer a woman with 1 kid or you want some more with more kids, that's on
fine.
you. You're just not my person, and I'm not mad at you. And I'm not even mad at the world. And I don't give a fuck about anybody. If
Potty mouth. I don't like that.
we can keep it G. You know, I take care
Girl,
of.
you're not tough. Stop being shocked. Masculine energy, that is a complete turnoff. I don't give a fuck. Like, you're not no goddamn male, and that's masculine energy. That's a huge turnoff.
My kids
I
are
don't
well
like that
taken
shit.
care of. I'm an independent woman, and I deserve a strong man who's ready to take care of a household. I'm not saying that that's not you or no other man in this world. Everybody got their own opinion, and I respect you 100%. It is what it is.
You need a strong man. You had 3 supposedly strong men that impregnated you 3 different times. So why wouldn't they step up to the plate to take care of the family? What happened with them? I mean, again, you're on a public platform. Pop the Balloon or Find Love by Arlette and BM is a public platform. So you're going to have the court of public opinion. So everybody has an opinion because you're out in the public, right? You are now considered a public figure because you're on this show. So again, you got 3 kids by 3 different baby daddies. Why didn't either one of them take care of the household? What happened? Right?
And hold on. And I respect that. I appreciate that, right? There's going to be a special type of man that's going to come in and take care of you and your unit. That's going to take care of you and your unit, right? Because most men want to start.
Yeah, that special type of man is rare. That's like, that's a 1%er. You know what I'm saying? That's rare. Now, again, men my age, men Brian's age, we're not looking to get up with a woman with multiple kids, a woman that has multiple kids by multiple men. That's not what we're looking for. So her trying to, I heard the last thing that I reacted to, the women are talking about, I want to be found. I'm waiting for my king. Good luck with that. Motherfucker, there is plenty of women out there in the world, and you're going to be left right there waiting for eternity. You know what I'm saying? Because, again, like men can find a younger, childless version of you. Just like that,
Their own family, all right? You know what I'm saying? So why would we come in and be a stepdad when we know if you have 3 kids, then I'm going to be the 4th? You're going to look at me like the 4th, even if I'm taking care of the house, right? Because they're not mine.
Because you're not a baby daddy or a husband. You're not going to be a
You're
baby
the head
daddy.
of household. It's a difference.
I understand that, but I'm not their real father, right? So I'm not their biological father, right? So, and things come with that, right? It comes with, you may feel like, I'm not raising your sons right.
Or you can't.
I'm going to dead this right now. I had a baby daddy that told me in front of my child, I am not his daddy. I don't need a nigga like that. And I said nigga.
You don't want one.
I need a man who knows who's going to come into a whole house He's going to take mine as his. He's going to take me as his partner. It's one, honey. When you find a wife, you find a good thing. I'm not living into society or social media. This show, and I appreciate you guys, because this is real life. You show me the real deal. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna say too much more, but you know
If you guys were to
You
get
just too goddamn masculine. You know, you too masculine. There's something about you that allowed 3 different men to impregnate you, and they have not stayed with you. That says a lot about you. Point blank and simple. Court of public opinion. You're on a public platform, and you're considered a public figure. So yes, I have my opinion based off what you had shared to the world. And I think you having 3 kids by 3 different baby daddies is egregious. And that shows a reflection of who you are. And men who are out there, or the type of men that you're looking for, they're not seeing you. Unfortunately, they're not seeing you and they're not looking for you. So again, the women out there who say are they waiting for their king, more than likely they're going to pass you by and you're going to have to settle. It is what it is.
get together, hypothetically speaking.
Who?
Yeah, I'm just hypothetically speaking.
Just hypothetically, you and Brian.
You and Brian. If you and Brian were to get together, hypothetically speaking, can he put his hands on your children?
What? Put his hands on my
As
children?
far
That's a real question.
Rephrase that, brother. Put your hands. Come on, bro. Come on. I get what you're saying. You're saying discipline. Discipline. Don't say put hands. All right. This is a very sensitive society, so don't ever say put hands on children, especially children. All right. We don't want to have predatory behavior or predatory, type of verbiage out there to the world. Say discipline. Does Brian have a right to discipline her children? Let's hear your response.
Let's word that a
Can he?
little.
Well, we know what we're talking about. I mean, Brian, you understood what I was saying, correct?
Correct.
If
Discipline.
your kids is acting up,
Yeah.
can he whoop your kids?
If
Like
they
he would whoop
need
his
it.
own son?
If they need it.
Uh,
I mean, let's
You
be
just have
real.
to be, you just
This
have
ain't
to
about
be,
that, but let's
realistic.
be
if
real.
you're gonna whoop somebody else's kids, you just got to be ready for that repercussion.
The afterward.
Exactly. What
You
comes
feel me?
after that? Because as a father,
Yeah, I'm not gonna say whoop. I'm just gonna say discipline. That's a more appropriate term to use. You know what I'm saying? Being able to discipline kids that are not biologically yours. That is a touchy subject. So again, use the word discipline. I would say.
nobody's gonna whoop my kids.
Exactly.
But if
barely whoop
I
my
am the
kids.
step parent of somebody else's kids, I'm a whoop them.
But you're not
and
gonna
I
whoop 'em for
understand
nothing.
that's
can't whoop your
double.
kids, but
no,
you can
Different
because
ways to discipline
I'm ready
Thank
to fight
you.
for
kids,
mine.
whooping them.
Thank
I'm
you.
ready
I
to
got a
fight for
5-year-old.
mine. So
My son has never had a whooping.
listen, I'm ready to fight
Ever.
for mine. So I'm going to check you on that.
Are you
And
proud
if
of that?
dude wanted to check me on that, he has that
Yes.
right. And that's all I'm saying.
And,
is you
and those
gotta-
are the issues
It's
that
the
we
way to
deal.
do
And
it.
those are the issues that we deal with being a step parent. Like, and
Those
another
are the
thing that I want to
insecurities.
address is that, like Brian, I've been hearing you talk since.
How is that an insecurity? Why are you projecting insecurity? It's a situation. It is again, disciplinary action on children that are not biologically yours. That is a touchy subject. Very touchy subject. Right? Like, I don't want nobody to discipline my kids but myself and their biological mother. Point blank and simple. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing to my kids but me. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's different. So
We've been here all day. Like, your demeanor hasn't changed. So I want to say, like, I don't think that you were aggressive at all. I think that you were being you. And I appreciate that
Exactly.
authenticity that
Exactly.
you have been bringing. And I still got
Appreciate that.
and I still got a couple more jokes in the back of my head for your ass too.
Okay, y'all, let's wrap this up. And so Chanel, you were like the queen of facial expressions.
I was.
And everyone was showing you like I was getting tagged all over Instagram like, look at this woman, like she's making all the faces. And I feel like most of it was during Brian's segment. So let's take a look at all the faces you were making.
That disqualifies yourself.
So it disqualifies a top tier woman.
But you're judging me on the fact that I have the choice.
No, I'm not judging you. That just means that I'm not for you. If you're going to judge me because my second baby daddy didn't work out for me, then I'm not for you. You know, so I'm not judging
And
you
I
and your
understand that.
opinion
How many
and
kids
your
you have?
preference. I have 3.
So, you know what I mean? Like,
I appreciate it.
but you,
Yeah, her facial expression was off
Said
the
period.
So
chart,
it's like
man.
when the mic was in front of you, you didn't say too much, but like your face was speaking for you.
I didn't even know the camera was on me.
Oh yeah.
You know, because the way you guys are very strategic in the way you set it up, so I thought the cameras was focusing on them. So I was just sitting on the side like, I had no idea they had everything on there. But that's just me in general. But it was a little shocking. Like Brian came out, like some people were saying in the comments, like swinging, like on everybody. I don't have any kids, so and also I was thinking like, I wish he asked me some questions because I'm gonna get them. But it didn't come back to that. It didn't circle back, but.
And then just to go ahead and wrap up Brian's segment, you are writing a book.
Yes.
Or you actually wrote a book already. So is it finished?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Go
The
ahead
perfect
and-
match. The perfect match. 7 keys to pop your balloon of fine love.
Now you know niggas are gonna go after him. You writing a book about finding love when you haven't matched with nobody. You're not married. You're not showing an example in real life. You know what I'm saying? Something empirical that people can reference. You're just using Arlett's show to promote your book. Now, come on, bro. Like, come on. We know what it is. But hey, shout out to you. At least you got a book and people are literate like yourself that can actually do that. So at least you're doing that.
You can find it on Amazon for a pre-order, or you can find it on my website at perfectmatchbook.com.
What's the worst part of the locker room?
Yeah, that's the thing, bro. Like, come on. You got a book talking about relationships when you don't even have one yourself that you can actually, people can reference.
But what is 7 keys? What do you mean 7 keys to?
Seven advices, 7 keys, 7 tips,
Oh, my bad,
right?
guys, my bad.
7 motivations, to be able to pop your balloon like you did for me, right? Or find love like you did for Reggie. You see what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what it is.
What are 3?
What are the 7 keys?
you gotta buy the book.
Got about a
You
book.
gotta buy the book. You gotta buy the
Tell
book.
us one.
No spoiler alerts.
About a
Tell
book.
us one.
You were on our very first podcast that me and BM did, and we did talk a little bit about it. So let's take a little glimpse at that.
But you definitely want to pick this up right here. This is going to make a lot of perfect matches. It's going to save people a lot of time, right?
I got to give him props, bro. I got to give Arlette and BM props for, advertising and promoting black business. James Pies, you know what I'm saying? James Pies, and that's a marketing thing, and people are not going to forget James Pies, right? And then you got Brian promoting his book. At least, Arlette and BM giving people a platform to promote their business outside of, finding love. So I give them props on that, for real. I give them props.
This is definitely something that you want in your book collection. This is for all the readers.
So Brian, you said that this book is going to get people a lot of matches.
Right.
And then some of the comments during that podcast said, how is Brian writing a book about matches when he didn't even get one?
Right. And I saw that.
See, there you go.
Right. And I saw that. But, every shot you take, you're not going to make. Right. But at the same time, there's humility in the journey. Right. So I wrote the book so you can be able to take a different route or take a different approach than what I did, so you won't get popped or for you to get chosen, right? So just because I didn't get a match, it doesn't mean I'm not gonna find a match, right? So my old lady might be somewhere else. I don't know. She might not be on the show. She might be watching the show. She might be waiting for me to come get her, wherever she might be.
You might be
right?
overseas.
It might be, I might be a passport bro, right? Because our black American women tripping around here. I'm gonna keep it real with you.
No.
Y'all tripping, you dig? Y'all
Take
tripping.
accountability.
Don't have us.
I can concur because I do not like black American women. So yes, I can definitely concur. But anyway, if anybody needs to write a book, it should be Mike and Kay right here. This couple right here. They are class personified. You know what I'm saying? Class personified. Their chemistry is unparalleled. and I wish them best of luck. But they should write a book about matching. That's
Go
real talk.
abroad and find somebody else that's of a different ethnicity when you right here at home. Please
They're
don't
not
do
making
that.
it back from home, from over there.
I
No
like that
passport, bro.
nigga,
So
man.
No,
they're-
I'm
So
gonna date
is any-
somebody black that's not from America. There's no different ethnicity. This is a different culture. It's about culture.
Anybody here picking up Brian's book? Y'all
I'm
picking up
gonna
the
buy
book?
it.
Okay.
I support.
Good.
I just put it on the shelf.
How much is it?
It's $22.99.
Okay.
So it's reasonable. It's reasonable. It's $9.99 on Kindle. You can pre-order it.
Nice.
All right.
All right. Well, I'm glad you were able to write that book, and I do hope that you get lots of sales on it.
Thank you.
Yes.
And everybody reads in
Thank
on
you.
it.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. So on episode 20.
All right, we're going to save it like that, bro. That's my reaction to Brian's segment on the Pop the Balloon or Find Love reunion on season 2. Hey, it was a lot. It was a lot going on. Y'all let me know anything regarding that segment that y'all disagree with, agree with, whatever the case may be. Leave your comments down below, family. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. The algorithm needs to pick up because, I got a lot of content out there. I'm not getting the engagement I need. I need my engagement to go up, so I need my likes to go up. All right, family. So next time, signing out.